Hey guys, it's Teatime here. Welcome back to another starter home build. I have a fresh cup of tea, nice and hot, and I am ready to go with this one. This is luxury party stuff. Arguably, probably the worst pack ever released. I know some would argue my first pet stuff is the worst, but this has always been pretty much my least favorite. I don't like the clothes in it. I don't like the items in it. It's pretty much useless to me. But here we go, trying to make a whole starter home out of it. I did have suggestion to actually do just single rooms with these sort of stuff packs, but I thought I'm going to take up the challenge of doing a whole house and torture myself, apparently. So yes, ignoring good advice, apparently, and doing this instead. But yeah, I did have fun with it eventually. This is, I think, the second or so time that I've actually tried to make a luxury stuff starter. It's really hard because there's just nothing to use, but you'll see I'll get out everything in a bit, and I do choose some items I really want to try and use, and I think it actually turns out okay in the end, quite amazingly. But I was going for something between I'm not entirely sure what style you'd call this house. Tudor's not the right word, is it? I mean, you can see by the shape of the house sort of what I'm going for, but it's not grand. It's like a modest version of something that wants to be more fabulous, with a pretty suburban looking brick. So it's like the house wants to be something that it's just not, and I think the indoor furnishing sort of says that as well, which is sort of what I wanted to go for. I was either going to do that or something fabulously modern, but I just want to spend a lot more money and time doing something like that. So maybe if I come back and redo all of these houses, maybe not as starter homes, I'll do something fabulously modern then for luxury party stuff. But yeah, for now this is sort of what I went with, and it's very small, and I take forever trying to figure out how I'm going to put the bedroom together. But I think I'm happy with it in the end. It is only for a single sim. Yeah, I don't know if Sims can sleep in a bed with someone else if it's against the wall. I know you can, no, you can't still woohoo. Maybe you can sleep and you can't woohoo. Perhaps that's it. I don't remember. Yeah, I know you can have, it's super cute if you have a pet, having a pet, cuddle up on the other side of the bed. I love it, it's so cute, but no pets here because we are nowhere near cats and dogs expansion pack at this point. Yes, you can see I'm changing the bed now. I did have the city living bed up, and then I just realized that does not belong to this pack or base game, so that's a nope. I do love that bed though. It's such a classic starter bed, the city living one. Yeah, so here we are trying to put in those basic, boring, low-cost counters that I hate. Yeah, but I feel like you have to start with these when you're doing a starter home, and then you can come back and replace them later if you've got a bit of cash left over. It's pretty much the first thing I replace if I've got extra cash, just because I like it to look like there's a bit more effort put in. Yeah, and as it is, it's gross. So I'm about to, I think I'm getting, oh no, I've got everything out. So I think I use one of the stools. Wait for it. Yeah, no, there we go, we got there. So I use that stool to hold a little flower pot as a little entryway decoration. I think that's really cute. So I do some very creative things with some of the items to make them mix into the house, because they are horrific on their own. And the dining table is a sparkly cloth dining table, and the chairs do not match it and look stupid and look somewhere between cheap and like you've tried to make them expensive. I think that's kind of why I did the outside of the house the way I did, this sort of try hard look. But I am changing up a lot of the colours here to go with that lighter wood. I just thought it suited the inside quite a bit more. And yeah, it gives it a touch of a modern feel, having that those wood panels there like that rather than columns. Yeah, this is the last video I am doing a voiceover for and finishing editing for before I go away to New Zealand. So that flight's tomorrow, fairly early. Yeah, so that's exciting. But I've been working so hard trying to get all these videos out to keep somewhat of a regular schedule, because I don't want to, for one thing, I don't want to lose you guys now. That would be so disappointing. But also I want to be consistent, and I want to show that I am consistent and want to be consistent, and yeah, just keep pressing on even when it's hard. But it's been such a rough couple of weeks trying to do this, and I feel for people who like try and pre-record like 7 videos a week for like a 2-3 week holiday. That would be horrific. Oh man, but I guess a lot of those people are single without kids, so I think that's what adds to my particular stress. But yeah, I know a lot of people aren't. A lot of people are in a similar situation. You've just got a lot of other things to do, but you really want to do this as well, and so you just gotta go for it. Just gotta go and push hard. Yeah, but it's been fun. I think I've learned a lot. Working kind of in that power way for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good for me, even though I'm pretty tired. But it'd be good to have a break over the next week and a bit. Yeah, but I'll miss you guys. I'll still be on social media. I have Instagram and a Twitter account if you do want to follow. Yeah, and I'll be giving updates maybe of what I'm doing, and Let's Plays and things coming out. I do want to still stay connected. I don't want to lose that. So I'm trying to make this little ottoman fit somewhere, like a reading corner, but I do change this whole place up in a second because it doesn't work. There's no living space. It's like one big hallway and then a kitchen, and I don't like it. So I do change it up once I kind of give up on trying to make this bit here work, I think. But I do swap the kitchen around and put the living space up against those windows in a different nook. Anyway, you'll see in a second. So yeah, I'm changing the bedroom as well. I really want to use the light paneling, but it does clip in a way that I find very annoying, so I do move it. I keep placing it other places to try and remember to use it. Yeah, I actually really liked that with those 2 curtains on the window like that, but they are very expensive. So it's very hard to use them in a starter pack. So yeah, my use ends up being quite limited. I think there's 1 or 2 in the whole house. Yeah, so I think I'm going to try and move the kitchen in a second. Here we go. We're changing some of the color here. I start using blue in some of the flowers and features, which actually starts changing what I do. And I do change a bunch of things to grey and then blue eventually. Grey, blue, and I think white and neutral ends up being the color theme, and I think what I end up with is really nice. I love it. So here I am changing this panel. I changed that to grey. Oh, here we go. We've changed to neutral first, and then we do change it up again. Yeah, there was a lot of fiddling in this house to make it actually look like it was built on purpose rather than I was struggling, which I was, but I mean, you don't need to know that if you haven't watched this video. Sip of tea. Yeah, so I'm changing the kitchen finally. I think this works much better. You walk into the kitchen and there's a little living space just off to the side in that nook, like I said. Yeah, I think it works much better. I do manage to get a TV in, just a little one. And you know what I'd love? I'd love a really cheap TV that wasn't a CTR TV. So those are CTR cathode tube TVs, and they're very old if you don't even know what they are. Yeah. I suspect a lot of people do though. Not going to age label anyone. But yeah, I would like just some little flat screens that were not, you know, that actually came in super cheap. That would be nice. So we could use those for cheap for a starter home. So I'm playing with cabinets as an idea for the wardrobe because I couldn't get a wardrobe that I liked, and so here we go, changing up a lot now. We're starting to get into the layout I end up with for the whole house, for the bedroom particularly though. So making a little L-shaped cedar couch thingy there, and figuring out how to display the TV and that plant and changing up the walls. I do change to blue in a moment, and yeah, I like it. But it's like I'm finding myself for this video after so long. It's like I'm out of breath. I've just been going so hard that it's just like, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? What am I talking about? How do you guys think of things to talk about if you do videos and speed builds? I know a lot of people put just music on, and man, it's so tempting, but I kind of am following the pattern of a couple of YouTubers I really love. So I really wanted to talk and explain and have a chat and have it a time for us to just get to know each other better when I do speed builds. Yeah, I guess I just want it to be personal in that way. Even if it is just me rambling, you can always turn me down and just watch the speed build. You have permission. I will not be offended at all. I assure you. But yeah, and the kind of music I use, I don't think is nice just looped over and over again for that long. So yeah. Anyway, here we go. Blue. We've done blue, changed up the carpet in there. So much nicer changing it in here. Ah, it brings so much life to the build, I think. So I think we're getting quite close. Fixing up the bathroom. I do change that shower. I don't know if I change it now or if I change it before the screenshots, but it is black because that was the sort of theme I was going with originally, because luxury party stuff has a lot of black and white features, like black, white, gold, silver, trying to look fancy. Like I said, that I don't know what you call it, but it's a fake chic. It's try hard. It's very try hard, but I love that space in the end. That's gorgeous. It looks so comfy, and you could put another little seat when you had a bit more money at the end of maybe the counter space to make it more of a sitting area. But yeah, I think we're coming to the end very, very soon. Oh no, we've got a minute left. Well, I'll keep chatting then. Oh no, we're up to the outside. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. So just going to fix the landscaping. I take away that path to give us a bit more money, and then I think I do something else to get a bit more money. 160. Something on the roof. I think I had still some, what do you call it? Railing. Wall. Okay, there, yeah. I pull out the roof in a moment. Here we go, and I take away those walls there, and that gives us quite a bit more money. So if you're building something, you're trying to make it cheaper, remember if you've done something already in the past that is actually taking up money uselessly, because that always, yes, I always kind of forget, and then it's like a couple of $100 there you could spend on your bin. The bin, always the bin. In fact, I don't think I've put one in yet. I do find a way to put one in the end. I don't know if I do it in the video or just before screenshots, because there were a couple of things I forgot. Sorry, but I like the very simple landscaping on this. Yeah, I think it really suits it. Anyway, here's the screenshot. Please do let me know if you're liking what I'm doing, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I do appreciate it. Yeah, and I will see you all later. Bye!